The Sappers really need no tribute from me. Their reward lies in the glory of their achievement. The more science intervenes in warfare, the more will be the need for engineers in field armies. In the late war, there were never enough sappers at any time. The sappers rose to great heights in World War II, and their contribution to victory was beyond all calculations. Field Marshal Bernard Law Montgomery, 1st Viscount Montgomery of Alameda, 1945. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I, the group of Bengal Sappers, extend a very warm welcome to you all to this glimpse of my rich heritage. In front of you is the headquarter building of the Bengal Sappers. It is from here that commandants of my group and center have ably trained, nurtured, and guided my sappers. While moving in, you would have passed through the magical driveway of the building, flanked by 2 domes at its entrance, wide vistas of manicured lawns, and spacious flower beds which display a wide hue of colors throughout the year. The sentinel at the gate is a pattern tank from the Waterloo of Pakistani armor at Asal Uttar. The building is steeped in years of history and hence was retained as such when the rest of the headquarters was constructed in the late 1980s. My group has a proud and glorious history of over 2 centuries, and my officers and men have been in the forefront of innumerable battles and campaigns against great challenges. From Ghazni to Shatt al-Arab, Chindwan to Madhumati, and Keren to Siachen. My history is replete with the collective gallant actions of my units and individual courage and indomitable spirit of my men, both on foreign soils and at home. My story begins at the dawn of the 19th century when I was born. The world was still 100 years away from the first flight of the Wright brothers, and the British were fighting Napoleon in France. The presidencies of Madras, Bengal and Bombay were expanding their wit against stiff resistance. It was experienced that the siege operations against large fortresses were most difficult without adequate engineer support. It was in these circumstances that I was raised as the corps of Bengal pioneers, consisting of 3 companies of 75 men each at Kanpur on the 20th of July in the year 1803 by Captain Thomas Wood. In 1808, my strength was increased to 8 companies, and I came to be known as the Corps of Pioneers and Sappers. Shortly afterwards, in 1818, the Corps headquarters was formed at Allahabad. 6 new companies were raised, and I was renamed as Corps of Sappers and Miners.